During World War II, the world feared bombs, bullets, and invasions. But another enemy killed silently: nature itself. Frozen soldiers, flooded camps, desert storms that buried vehicles alive. So military engineers created something extraordinary: the earliest version of the ConSet Storm Survival Hut, a shelter born in war, built to defy the deadliest weather on Earth. What you're about to see wasn't a weapon, it was a lifeline. A structure so advanced for its time, soldiers called it the Iron Cocoon. The war wasn't only fought with guns. Armies froze to death in Russia. Tropical humidity destroyed equipment in the Pacific. Sahara winds buried German vehicles. Rain turned European battlefields into mud oceans. Commanders realized if soldiers can't survive the weather, they can't win the war. So engineers were ordered to create a portable shelter that could survive anything. In 1942, Allied engineers met in hidden workshops across Britain. German engineering teams worked in bunkers under Berlin. Both sides, unknown to each other, were designing the same thing: a storm-proof, bomb-resistant emergency hut. And the first breakthrough came from nature. Flat walls collapsed in wind. Box-shaped huts toppled. But engineers noticed something strange. The curved ConSet huts in U.S. camps survived storms better than anything else. This led to a conclusion that changed military engineering forever. A curved shape is the strongest shape. It forces wind to flow around it, not through it. Steel was precious. Wood rotted in tropical rain. Canvas tents shredded in wind. So engineers experimented with pressed steel plates, corrugated metal, waterproof fiberboard, rubberized seals, and reinforced wooden ribs. They needed something light, strong, and cheap. The result: the ConSet alloy shell. Early composite sheets bolted together like armor. But surviving storms was only half the challenge. Inside, soldiers needed warmth in winter, coolness in desert heat, and dryness during endless rains. So engineers added insulation made from repurposed military clothing, elevated wooden floors to avoid flooding, dual ventilation hatches, central stove ports, and a moisture-resistant inner lining. For the first time in the war, troops could sleep through a storm without fear. Then came the biggest test of all. 1943, Siberia. Temperatures plunged to minus 40 degrees Celsius. Soldiers suffered. Tanks froze. A prototype ConSet hut was deployed. Engineers waited for it to fail, but it didn't. The curved shape resisted the snow load. The shell refused to crack. Inside, the temperature was a comfortable 18 degrees. This moment proved the design worked. But could it survive the desert? In North Africa, Rommel's Afrika Korps and British troops faced storms that felt like fire. The hut was tested in a sandstorm that lasted 19 hours. Tents flew away. Vehicles vanished. But the ConSet hut, it was still standing. Sand slipped over its curved shell like water over stone. Now it needed one last trial. In the Pacific, rain fell like walls of water. Humidity destroyed everything. Engineers waterproofed every seam with rubber gaskets. They added drainage channels, sloped floors, and rust-proof bolts. During a monsoon on Guadalcanal, when entire camps flooded, the ConSet hut stayed dry. It became a refuge for medics, radio crews, and officers. And then the war changed because of a storm. Late 1944, a violent storm hit Allied positions in Europe. Tents collapsed. Vehicles drowned in mud. Hundreds of soldiers sought shelter in the new huts. While the battlefield dissolved into chaos, the huts stood strong. For many units, they became the only safe place left. So what happened after the war? After World War II, the design continued evolving. Better metals, better insulation, new foundations, solar power, modular parts. Today's ConSet Storm Survival Huts, the ones used in disaster zones around the world, descend directly from those wartime prototypes. Born in war, perfected in peace. A shelter that saved soldiers, and now saves civilians everywhere. Because even in World War II, engineers understood one truth: you can't control the storm, but you can control the shelter. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories of incredible engineering.